Okay, so fine. This is going to be today agenda. What we are going to discuss related to our course. First, we'll talk about what is the background of vision applications. Then we'll look at this term called as what is the meaning of cloud computing and what are the different options available for customers if they want to use cloud applications and the difference between on-premise and cloud platforms. And I'll take you through the few points related to technology and functional as well as application related, some naming conventions or technology changes or functionality point of view. Few points we'll discuss on that. Anyway, within our course, we'll see more detail level, and we'll just I have a few slides which gives the information as how the look and feel when you talk about Fusion applications user interface. Then we'll talk about more detail level. What is the course curriculum we have for this training program? Okay, this is what just we planned for today, and in the same way, this is going to be first session as we know, and the second and third session also will talk on more about this vision application. We'll try to understand certain points which are really required before we get into the application. The first and second, third session is more into some theoretical discussions which will help us to understand about this application under certain areas of functionalities in the sense certain things which are really required for us to have some good information. Once we directly jump into the application, yes, we'll be doing, but that is a totally different aspect of learning the Fusion application. Okay, so in this session we are going to discuss these points, and the second and third session also in the same way will have a certain agendas to discuss about or the application or this Fusion application, that technology or certain terminologies, these and all. That's how we'll have a sessions. Okay, the first point here is what is the Fusion applications all about. So as we know, we have many products in the market. Okay, we have many ERP products in the market. Here I taken the few examples: JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, Siebel, and Oracle E-Business Suite. When you look at JD Edwards, JD Edwards is offering many solutions as order management, financial management, project management, asset lifecycle management, and manufacturing management. The same way, when you look at PeopleSoft, you can see a few offerings, few solutions which they are offering from Siebel, and the same way like from Oracle EBS Suite. From here also we have a certain solutions like SCM, CRM, and financials and projects. So from the different ERP products, we have a specific or different solutions are available. So here the next point is, so we have multiple ERP products available in the market, but if any customer wants to implement, if any customer wants to use this any one of the ERP, how to choose which is the right ERP? Say here I taken the simple case, as the client requirement is they want to use SCM, HCM, CRM, and do financial management as well as the best reporting as per their business requirement, as per their business functions in their organization. Say they want to use these areas of application. Now the big question is which is the right ERP? We have many ERP products in the market. We have many other, but just I mentioned the very key ERP products which are in the market. I might have ignored few other ERPs which are key. Okay, so the big question is which is the right ERP for the client. When you talk about which is the right ERP for the client, the first point which you have to look at, which ERP product is offering best solution for the areas which they are looking for. Okay, if you look at JD Edwards as a just example, say the order management is the best solution. Again, within the JD Edwards also there are many other areas which you can find really doing good in the market. In PeopleSoft, the best piece of solution is HCM, human capital management. From Siebel, okay, CRM, customer relationship management, is very famous. And from Oracle EBS, the best solution which you can see all the time is financials. So now if the client wants to use this different solutions as we mentioned here, now which ERP client has to choose? So definitely they have to choose PeopleSoft for HCM, and CRM for CRM Siebel, for financials Oracle, and maybe from order management and supply chain management process JD Edwards. So this is how that possible. This is how they have to pick the different solution from the different ERP product. But when client is going to pick different solutions from the different ERP products, that is going to be big challenge for the client in terms of integrations and total technologies or different licensing. Many things will come into the picture. So it is not easy for any organization to go and get license from the different ERP vendors and again building the integration and communicating all the systems to talk each other. It's not a simple task. The always the client requirement would be what would be the best ERP, okay, to help their complete business requirement related system related business requirement process. I mean to say, as per their business, which is the best ERP system which will cater the needs of all the different areas of the business solution. So if any client is looking for that kind of solution, I mean, as of now, you don't see one ERP which will be catering all the areas of specializations. So this is a market situation. What Oracle it is, Oracle acquired many ERP products which are available in the market, which are really doing good. Take these examples, JD Edwards. The JD Oracle acquired JD Edwards. Now JD Edwards is Oracle JD Edwards. Oracle acquired PeopleSoft. Now PeopleSoft is Oracle PeopleSoft, and Siebel they acquired. And anyway, Oracle EBS is Oracle their own product. And apart from these ERP products, Oracle acquired some other products called as Hyperion Primavera. We know Hyperion is very famous for budgeting, planning, and reporting, and Primavera is for it's a project planning purpose. So just I taken the few Oracle products here, which Oracle acquired and they're already owning. And apart from that, there are many other products Oracle acquired. Not only just ERP products or some reporting or other functional products. So many technologies also they acquired. The many technologies also they acquired. After acquiring all these different ERP products and other enterprise applications, what Oracle it is, by taking best solution from the each and every product which they have their ownership, okay, on which products they have ownership, they built. I mean, just take this slide. Let's look into that. Now, what Oracle it is, say, from JD Edwards, now JD Edwards is Oracle JD Edwards. That's what I just given the slide. From here, what are the best from the each and every ERP they taken out and they built application called as Fusion applications. Now, when you look at Fusion application, when you talk about Oracle EBS, we have different solutions: financials, SCM, HRMS, and and the projects. There are many solutions are available. But if you are offering this EBS for multiple areas of business requirement of the client, they may not be happy with everything. They may be happy with our EBS of financials and SCM. They may not very much happy with the CRM and HCM, HRMS, which you have as a part of EBS. But now, if you are going to suggest to the client to use Oracle Fusion application, definitely they are going to be very much okay with the product solutions which are available from Fusion applications. The reason is these are built and these are taken from the different ERP applications where the particular area is very much specialized and very much popular. Say now from PeopleSoft they taken HCM solution, which is the best in the market, and Siebel they taken the CRM, and JD Edwards they taken a few majorly SCM supply chain management related solutions they taken from EBS. They taken financials, even they taken financial some partial solutions from the PeopleSoft also, and from Hyperion they taken the reporting capabilities, and Primavera they taken the solutions which will be part of PPM, project portfolio management, for a project suite. By taking the best solutions from the different ERP products and other enterprise products, they built an application called as Fusion applications. This is the meaning of Fusion applications. So as a part of Fusion applications, what are the different solutions we have? Most of the solutions from the different ERP products. So that's how we have a Fusion applications now. So any other questions on this, please? So this is what just we have to understand what is the background of Fusion application, how those are built. Okay, when I talk about our financials, the financials they taken as is from our EBS, and they did certain and other certain functionalities they taken from PeopleSoft, and they taken from other ERP products also, which they felt like it's really good to have as a part of financial solution in the Fusion applications. So that's how we have our financials as a part of this Fusion applications. Now to make some, I mean, to establish the communication between all these systems and to run these different technology related applications on a single platform, they built middleware, and all these applications will be running on the middleware. Anyway, that point also we are going to discuss in the further classes. So any questions here, please?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Fine, great. Any questions from anyone?
Laxman, I have a question.
Please.
We are in Fusion application. We are integrating all these applications that you are showing in the slide, or there are other applications.
See, we know when you talk about Fusion applications, we no need to integrate anything. When you talk about these, whatever the solutions Oracle are offering, say if your client is going to use financials, HCM, SCM, procurement, and projects, these all solutions are there as a part of this Fusion suite. Okay, within the Fusion applications, we have all these solutions. If you are going to use any third-party application, yes, you can integrate with the Fusion application. That is possible always, but there are many solutions are available for different business areas of uh, primary or sub-transaction processes to support. These all are already integrated. Oracle already built solution, and these all applications got inbuilt integrations. Okay, you don't see, once you get into the application, you don't see the name as a PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, EBS, Hyperion, or something else. Always you see as a Fusion. That's all.
Laxman, Rachaya here.
Yeah.
Any customer who is ready to buy this product, do they buy all these at a time, or like in EBS module wise they can purchase based on the customer requirement? I mean, how it will be while customer choosing the project?
So what is applicable in case if customer is going to take the license for the products in case of EBS? Okay, how that uh, how that licensing process works? Maybe they may take for specific module or some specific product family only financials. From SCM they may take one or two modules. The same approach we can follow here also. So the same you can map. There is no too much of difference you find. The similar way Oracle will provide the license. But when you talk about here Fusion applications, again we'll talk on that. What is a Fusion and what is a cloud Fusion? These points also will be discussing. Here mostly we'll be going with the subscription. In case of EBS, that's going to be all the time on premise. So we'll take the license, but here you don't need to take the license. Just you can go with the subscription. You can pay and use. Okay, but in terms of taking the license product wise, the same logic is applicable here also. Whatever you see in EBS, the same here.
Hi Lakshman, this is Vikas. Can you hear me, Lakshman?
Yeah, Vikas, you can go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, Lakshman, just one question, because when I look at other products on cloud in the market like Salesforce, they provide customers who want to join Salesforce some initial 1 or 2 user free license, so they can use it and play around and see whether they like the product or not. Does similar facility available in Oracle Fusion as well?
No, not available for customers. Okay.
Not for customers.
That opportunity you may get from consulting company if you are a customer, right? See, Oracle, most of the cases, Oracle is not trying to sell you being a customer, right? When you are a customer, Oracle is not trying to sell you. There are certain divisions where they do the consulting from Oracle side also, but general cases. So the consulting companies always will come to you. If you are the customer, they'll just conduct POCs and some other sales, pre-sales activity.
Okay.
As a part of that, you can take that advantage from them. May not be directly from Oracle.
Okay.
Yep.
Laxman, this is Manoj.
Yeah, man.
I have one question. I know that Fusion has an OCR technology, right? The imaging technology.
Yeah, yes, we have imaging technology.
Am I correct? Yeah, that is one additional feature they have, which we didn't have in EBS, right? So will you be touching those points in the classes?
Invoice imaging
for
and
OCR?
we mentioned everything in the course content. If you get time, you can look into that. There will be answers
Okay.
to many of your questions. So, and apart from the course content, whatever we given, we are going to cover many other things on top of it. That also I'm going to discuss in the today's session. In our course content, what we given, more than that, we are going to cover. That we'll talk on that. Okay, including that AGIS, Advanced Global Intercompany, will be covering P2P and O2C cycles
Yeah.
with a configuration
Okay.
also. Okay, we'll see that.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, any questions here, please?
Hello.
Yeah.
This is Sayed. Laxman, how are you?
Your voice is very low. I'm sorry. A bit loud.
Hello.
Yeah, now it's fine. Yeah, thanks.
Actually, my question is regarding the technical part of
Again, same problem.
Hello.
Yeah, now it's fine and it's fluctuating, I guess. Can you be a bit close to the mic,
Yeah.
speakers, whatever you're using?
Yes, sir. I'm very close to it.
Yeah, please. Now I can hear you.
Yeah. Actually, my question is regarding the technical part of the Fusion application.
Okay.
If we want to go as a techno professional for financial module in Fusion application, what is the scope? I heard that there is no technical part for the Fusion application.
Yes.
This is true?
Yes. We'll talk on that. See, when I talk about techno-functional in case of EBS, okay, in EBS, so in every project, technical resource is mandatory in case of EBS, very primarily to do the data conversions. Other parties, if there are any integrations are required, and again, some customizations are required. But in the cloud, so when you say techno-functional, you can say 90% or 85% functional and the rest of 10 or 15% technical expertise required. The reasons that's how the product is available, and that's how they simplified the technical work into functional work. Okay, now the simple example. So in every implementation, in every EBS implementation, we require minimum one or two, depending on volume of the size of the project and what information we are going to migrate. We need a technical consultant to do the data conversion. But in the Fusion, the functional consultant can do the data conversion. So that is the reason technical resources are not required. And the other point is, say if data conversion technical resource is not required, what are the other reasons we require technical consultant into any implementation project? Very primarily we can say some customizations. Again,
Yes.
here that when you talk about customizations, it's depending on what option you're going to choose, the customizations are allowed and not allowed. That point anyway, after these 2-3 slides we are going to discuss about that point only. Your questions are not going to be answered there, definitely you can raise the same the relevant point. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions from anyone, please? Fine, no questions. So we'll move on to next slide. So this is all about Fusion applications to understand. The next term here we have to understand cloud computing. Okay, cloud computing. Just I want to hear from any one of you guys. Just what do you mean by cloud computing? It's a very general term. Might have heard many times. You might be knowing this very detailed level, but as a part of our session, we'll just include for our discussions. Anyone, what do you mean by cloud computing in simple terms?
I think this is Junaid Laxman. So storage, devices, infrastructure which we normally used to use on premise, that on cloud is cloud computing, isn't it?
Yeah, many points will be true. Whatever you say, just when you look at this cloud computing, see there you can see the many terms here. So it include everything. Okay, but in simple terms, what is the meaning of cloud computing? Here, just we have a simple definition. Just let's look into that, and anyway, we'll talk about it. When I talk about cloud computing, it's all about the practice of using the network of remote servers hosted on the internet. Okay, hosted on the internet, not in some physical location, to store and manage and process the data rather than local server or personal computer. In general cases, what happens is we'll have some server, physical server somewhere where we have to buy the lot of server infrastructure, we have to keep in one place, and we have to install the product. Before that, we have to take the license from the certain vendor, and that will start using some physical location will be placing the server, and that will be accessing from the different location. Okay, instead of doing that, in case of cloud computing, what happens is the cloud company, cloud service provider, okay, can provide the support to maintain our applications. There are different options that will go one by one, but here simple point is you no need to have any server. Okay, you no need to have any technical team. Okay, in case of cloud computing, just you can take the subscription for what are the applications you are taking the subscription for. That application, the cloud service provider will create the virtual server for us. Virtual server for us, there won't be any physical server. So if you are going to use financial applications, okay, you no need to have a physical server to install those applications. You don't need to take a license. When you want to use financial application, you can talk to Oracle will create some virtual server for you, and those applications will be available within that. You can start doing the configuration as per your business requirement. You can start using. You no need to worry about the servers and all. So you can think your servers always available within the internet. Wherever you have internet, there your servers are there. That's how you will have a very great user experience when you are accessing your applications through remote servers. There won't be any physical servers. That means you will be accessing all the time the whatever your subscription you have from the specific service provider or vendor through internet. Through internet you can access, and it's a very lightweight technology when you talk about cloud, where there won't be any physical servers. But in the background, the cloud computing companies will maintain the very big missions, which we treat as a big servers. By using those servers as per the customer requirement, they can create the virtual servers in the internet as a source. In case of general scenarios, we'll have a servers in specific physical location. But in cloud computing, so servers will be there, but not to specific customer. So servers will be there from cloud service provider side. By using those servers, they'll create some virtual environments, virtual server environments, okay, which will be very secured and which will be available in the internet, where you can access from anywhere. That's how it works. Okay, in case of physical servers, when you connect to that, it may take some time. Reason, it is not there wherever you are. Okay, those will be residing in some so and so location. You will log in, the request should be submitted there, where the say you may be in India, the servers may be in US. And again, once you log in, once you try to do something, server has to respond. It has to send that information through internet or your local networking, whatever you call. So it is a time taking process. But in case of cloud computing, in many aspects, it is going to simplify the solution. Anyway, further slides we will talk on that. It's a simple point here is, in case of cloud computing, being a customer, you don't need to have any servers. So Oracle will provide the virtual servers. Within the virtual servers, you can have your application, and you can configure and you can start using as per your business requirement. So that's the meaning of cloud computing. So servers will be residing as a internet as a source. It won't be in specific location. Okay, and here you can see the slide, cloud computing. So so in the virtual servers, whatever the application will be maintaining, those you can access from any system, maybe laptop or smartphones or smart devices, or from anywhere you can access. If you have internet access, directly you can connect and you can use. And again, you can choose the option what subscription you require. That also we are going to discuss now. So that's all about cloud computing. Now, what is the Oracle Cloud? So that sort of services Oracle also providing. The reason Oracle acquired some cloud computing companies, some cloud vendors they acquired as a part of their acquisition. They acquired many companies, many technologies, okay, many applications. As a part of that, the cloud technology also they acquired. from the different key players in the market. Now you can say Oracle is one of the big cloud computing company. So these sort of services, if any client is looking for this fusion applications, what they can do is they can say instead of taking the license for the product, we will provide server infrastructure, means virtual servers. We'll provide the virtual servers. You just take the subscription for the product. You don't need to take the license. When you say subscription is very cheaper compared to license. So then we'll create some environment, virtual environment for you. You can use it. You don't need to have some technical team. You don't need some DBA and network administrator, XYZ, who are the technical resource required. That completely you can ignore. We will have a very dedicated and expert team who will be taking care of your virtual servers. Being a client, just you can use and you can pay. So that kind of services now Oracle also going to offer. So that only we can call as Oracle Cloud. Oracle is providing cloud services where they are providing their products on cloud based subscription. In this case, customers no need to have their own servers. They can use access to the virtual servers. Please, any question? It seems to someone unmuted.
Yeah, I have one question, Laxman. This is Venkat here.
Please.
So when the companies, they maintain the service, right? So we are actually exposing our data to them, right?
Yeah.
All the confidential data. So in, say, for a financial institution, will a financial institution would still opt for cloud services, which means they would have to, give away all the confidential data, which would be maintained in a remote location.
Yeah, see, that's completely the client decision. But now in the market, we can see there are some financial organizations also. So banks, you can see, say primarily. So those banks also started using the Oracle Cloud. That means Oracle is taking care of that all the aspects of security, and they have certain metrics they are following related to security. That is the reason the many companies are taking, but still, frankly speaking, there are few companies, clients got some constraint on this usage of cloud computing. They are just looking for the option only as a what I can say, this on-premise.
On-premise, okay.
So just to add on that, Laxman,
please.
SBI, for example, is which is being talked a lot about by Oracle also. SBI is a Oracle Cloud customer.
Okay.
So they bought servers or infrastructure on cloud. And I'm sure Laxman is going to talk about that in detail. What is infrastructure on cloud?
Yes.
But there are all the norms which are followed, and banks and financial institutions are also moving.
Yes. Yeah, we have different choices for the client. It's not like different choices we have. Based on that, they can adapt. So they can look at the security, and again, Oracle give the option to the client to manage the security aspect. Yeah, please.
Yeah, Laxman, Nagesh here. Actually, in the mainly financial sectors, for disaster recovery mode, right? So they used to have a different data centers. How the Oracle is going to maintain those data centers, for the disaster recovery mode.
So that definitely they'll take care of it. See, when they are just giving this cloud, when you take this cloud subscription, so they'll maintain all this whatever the standard practice we generally follow, or any data centers will follow. So they'll be taking care of that. See,
yeah, it's not directly related to this session, but they have data shards which they have created within different regions of the cloud. So it is much stronger than the normal DR, and that is what Oracle has taken care, as Laxman is saying.
Yeah. Okay. It's a little bit goes into some technical area where we generally not expertise, frankly speaking, right? So that information we may just Google. We can get more on that. How the data center, what sort of security, what is the strategy they are following, how it is better than other vendors. That information we may just get from such kind of sources. Frankly speaking, I am not into that. I will not that information. We don't think on that. We don't work on it.
Hello.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I have one more question on this Oracle Cloud.
Yeah.
You know, if Oracle is maintaining the client server, for example, the consulting companies, for example, XYZ consulting company wants to implement the Oracle Fusion for some other client
Yes.
or some other customer.
Yep.
So how will be this implementation? Because the Oracle is the one who is maintaining the Oracle Cloud. So, and we are the third-party company.
See, what's a simple point here?
Previously, what would happen that, yeah.
You may be into consulting, or you may be into some different businesses. You may be into Oracle consulting or anything. They'll treat you as you are one of the customer, and they'll follow how they can help you and how the subscription they can provide you, what's better security they can provide for your.
No, we are not in the. For example, we are not in the Oracle consulting. We are some other company.
Okay.
Say XYZ company. So this XYZ, I work in XYZ company, and I want to implement the Oracle Fusion for one of our client.
Okay.
The Oracle Cloud. So in this case, I need to contact with Oracle.
See,
get the
you are from XYZ company. If you are not part of Oracle consulting, if you don't have any consulting, so if you are not providing that, if you want to do implementation, definitely first you have to become an Oracle partner. Okay, if you become Oracle partner, then you can just do that sort of implementations or supports or any other activity task. That's how it works. Okay.
Okay.
Laxman, I have one question. This is Manoj.
Yeah, please.
So we already have this concept of virtual machines, right? So is this same with Oracle Cloud? So in virtual machine, we have to install the virtual machine in our local desktop, right? And then we access a remote server. So will it be similar to cloud? How the client will be accessing?
Yeah, the virtual machine installing and all, yeah, similar, but based on our subscription, what is the option you are taking, whether you can install or that can be done by only Oracle, that completely depends. The virtual environment, the virtual server, you are going to take only platform infrastructure, only infrastructure subscription. If you are going to take rest, you can install. Okay, I'm just going to take you through that relevant slides. Just give me a minute. We'll see there. If something else you are thinking to understand, we'll talk on that. Yep.
Okay, so client cannot go directly to a web link, right? So they have to do this type of activities first.
Yeah, two options we have. They can do, they cannot do. That purely depends on which subscription again within the cloud. We'll see that. We are going to see in the further slide.
Okay, so you'll explain that.
Yeah, I can talk about it. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So this is all about Oracle Cloud. Oracle Cloud means Oracle are also offering this cloud services to their customers. So let's move to the next option. See here, these are the primarily three options. Okay, three modes available for the customers who wants to subscribe any applications, Fusion applications from the client. So see, this is a generic solutions which are available from any cloud computing company. Any cloud computing company. It's not very specific to Oracle. Any cloud computing, you can go to Salesforce, you can go to Amazon Web Services, or any other cloud services, cloud service providing vendor. You can look at. They'll be providing these three options. So what are these three options and how these three will work? We'll see that. Okay, first option is SaaS. SaaS stands for software as a service. The next one is PaaS, platform as a service. The third option is IaaS, as we call, so infrastructure as a service. So how these three are going to be different? Okay, how these three are going to be different, we'll see that. So see here, if you go with the SaaS model, say for example, now you want to implement, okay, being a client, you want to implement Fusion financial applications. If you want to implement the Fusion financial applications, you can go with any one of this option, which is available from Oracle. Say you are going to choose SaaS. When you select SaaS, what happens is Oracle will give you the access to the application. Just you can use them, you can consume, you can use. So whatever the standard applications they are providing, you can configure as per your business requirement, and you can start using those applications to record your day-to-day business transaction reports and other aspects. And when you go with the pass model, they'll give, based on your subscription, you can have access to your application. On top of it, they'll allow you to do the customizations here. Build in the sense it's a customizations. They'll give you the platform here. Pass means platform as a service. We have seen in the previous slide. Pass means platform as a service. So in the pass model, what happens is you can use whatever the applications you have subscription. You can configure and you can start using as per your business requirement. If any requirement is not meeting with the standard functionality, you can do the customization. That option would be available only if you go with the pass model. And the third option is IaaS, means infrastructure as a service. Here you can see IaaS stands for infrastructure as a service. So what Oracle will do is they can provide you the infrastructure. So they can provide you the virtual environment. Okay, they can provide you the just virtual environment. So that means some virtual server they can provide. Okay, within that server you can install your operating system, or call it as middleware, and within that you can install which applications you require, and you can build some custom applications, or you can install third-party application. But it's a very generic options which which you can get from any cloud service providers. But when it comes to our Oracle, so here Oracle is provide you the virtual servers. Okay, and normally if you go with the Fusion applications and all, so that applications also they will be providing, and operating system, everything they will be providing. So in addition to that, if you want to install some other applications, since you are going to have a subscription, the level of infrastructure you will be able to do it. But when you talk about SaaS and PaaS also, there will be infrastructure, definitely infrastructure, but we cannot have a access to that where we can install something into that. Our privileges will be limited to, in this case, only you can use. In this case, okay, within that infrastructure, along with the application which you subscribe, you can customize new applications and you can deploy within that environment. But no installation, no additional application installations are allowed. And in this model, if you go with the IaaS model, okay, Oracle will, if you are taking the subscription for your say Fusion financial applications, along with that applications, if you want to install any other applications in that environment, by treating that is your own server, okay, you can install other applications. Between those applications you can build integration, or else you can build integration with the third party applications. That's how these three are going to be different. And I have few more points, let me cover. We can talk on the questions if you have something. So when you talk about SaaS model, nowadays SaaS model, here what happens is you'll get a subscription and you have to use as is how the Oracle is providing. You cannot do any customizations, not allowed. When you say customizations here, very primarily some functionality related customizations. In SaaS model, you can customize your reports and you can do some personalizations, but functionality customizations cannot be done. That is not allowed in this. But still most of the clients are using SaaS only nowadays. What is the reason? The reason is, if you go with the SaaS model, if your business is not meeting with a certain functionality as per business requirement, there is no solution available in the standard application. So in that case, we have to do the customization. But if they go with a SaaS model, customizations are not possible. But still customers are using SaaS model only. The reason is, if you go with the SaaS model, okay, if Oracle is, say, in the current work, you are going to use current version, and tomorrow if Oracle is going to come up with a new version by adding some new functionality or some announcements, so your environment can be upgraded automatically to the latest version if you are going to be in the SaaS model. Okay, if you are subscribing SaaS model, auto upgrade is possible to latest version all the time. And if you go with the PaaS model, you'll get a flexibility of doing the customization, but Oracle is not going to help you to do the upgradation automatically for the latest version. If you want to upgrade to the latest version, again how we do in EBS, certain practice of looking after all the things, just applying the patches prior to that, pre-upgrade reports, post-upgrade, and bug fixing, etc. All that kind of exercise you have to do if you go with the model called as PaaS model. This allows customizations, but if you are in this environment, if you have this option, if you are going with this choice, you are not You cannot go with the option called as auto upgrade. The same is applicable in the IaaS application also, IaaS option or choice also. So this is how it works. Okay, this is just a very brief information to understand SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. If you have any questions on this, please.
So, this is Venkat.
Yeah, Venkat, please.
So for the SaaS model, right, if the client prefer to go with the SaaS model, then it is going to be like a plain vanilla system. Just absolutely no customization at all. Whatever Oracle provides, that's what they have to use. So.
Yes. So they have to, if their requirement is it's more or less vanilla implementation, yes, they can go with that.
Okay. And the other thing I wanted to have was, regarding the infrastructure as a service model. So in this case, the servers will be like on-premise?
No.
No?
See, this is a completely cloud only. Within the cloud, see, the cloud environment, the level of which layers they are giving access, that is a meaning. See here, 3 layers we have in everywhere. Okay. So in case of SaaS, you cannot touch this server layer, and operating system you cannot go and choose. Application layer you can have access to use it. That's it, not to change. But if you see your PaaS, you cannot touch these two, but you can touch this application environment, that platform where you can build your own applications or you can do the customizations. When you look at IaaS, the server they are giving, within that server you can manage your operating system and you can install the application, you can do the customization, you can play anything. These 3 are related to cloud only. It's not on-premise. When you say on-premise, we don't need to talk about Oracle. We can have, when you say on-premise, it's our own server, our own server.
Yeah.
We'll have our team, right? Just we'll take the license. In case of on-premise, we'll take the license for our product, and we can play with that product, how you want to customize with which other systems you want to integrate, all will be in our control. But here these 3 models which we are talking related to completely cloud options.
Laxman, I have a question related to SaaS. This is Junaid. So let's talk about Fusion. So we have this Fusion Oracle Fusion applications, which is a SaaS model only, right?
No. We have 3 models. But most of the clients are using SaaS. You can, if you want to go with the PaaS or IaaS. 3 options are available for any customer. That depending on depending on like say if you take very big clients who has a very global operations and whose business process is very much complex. Okay, and if they are going to use different other third-party applications also, instead of maintaining those third-party applications in the different server and Fusion applications in one server, they can go with IaaS. Within this environment only.
So so you are saying, okay. So you're saying that these 3 options which you are explaining are 3 options of Oracle Fusion applications also. That Fusion applications can be.
The same.
Cloud Fusion.
It's a generic cloud computing options which are available from any service provider. The same is applicable when I talk about Oracle. I have some other site which talks about more detail level same. This is the actual site.
Okay. So if a client wants to do integrations with the Fusion application, then which of these 3 options they would choose for Fusion, Cloud Fusion?
3 will support. 3 will support.
Sorry?
3 will support SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. 3 will support for any of integrations. Yes.
Integrations are supported in all 3 options, even in SaaS options of
SaaS also. SaaS also. Yeah.
Laxman, I have a question on PaaS. I'm not sure whether you're going to cover it later. If you're going to cover it, then you can let me know. So in current e-business suite, if we have to extend make any customization, for example, a new OA framework page or any form, we just add it in the system and then we start accessing from the same application.
Correct.
So in this example, if I have to build another OA framework page, for example, or ADF page, I build it in the PaaS environment and then make it accessible from SaaS. Is that correct?
No, not like that. So since you are building one form, that means the environment which you have, that you have to call it as PaaS.
So I'll be given a new server altogether in an Oracle subscription where I'll have all things.
You will get a server. The SaaS will get a server without customization privileges. PaaS will get with customization privileges. They'll give some separate application development space.
Okay.
Within that environment.
Then whatever I develop, I can access that from our SaaS environment.
No, don't say SaaS. Again, you should not connect to the SaaS. It's a two totally different.
Okay, but that means, for example, if I build a page, let's say in HCM.
You built on page. In which environment you can build only in the PaaS. You can use
exactly fine. No, that's fine, but I'm saying how do I access it?
Sorry? How do you have to
do I access it?
You have to deploy within the same environment, PaaS environment.
So PaaS is altogether an independent application?
Server, so that is separate server subscription, the package.
Okay. So
Laxman, I think these are three options.
Yeah, three different options. One only we can choose, not two.
No, I understand. As you mentioned earlier, that if we have a client who have many customizations, and SaaS is the vanilla model.
Correct.
For all the customization, I use PaaS and build all the customization on that end server. But as an end user,
no.
I am using
listen. As an end user or as a consultant, all will be in one page only. I mean, one subscription only. Okay. Within the PaaS, you will get some additional privileges to do the customization, and then you will do the customization. You will be deploying and you will be connecting with the respective flow related or process related functionality, the form. Then users will be using. You as a consultant, or you as a developer, or you as a end user, all will be in the environment called as PaaS.
Okay, so I will either have SaaS or I will have PaaS, is it?
That's it.
Okay. No.
Please.
Laxman have a question. Yeah. Laxman, go ahead. Sorry. Laxman, I just have one question regarding the customization you were saying, right?
Yeah.
So customization is allowed like in one and not in another, right? So, but not all customization require development, correct? Like in EBS, so we have a DSS.
Sort of customize. Then I can tell you how it works.
Right. So in EBS, we have the flexibility of say doing an additional update on the invoice line, right?
Sorry?
On a header or I'm saying like in e-business suite, right? We have features like DFF. Can you hear me?
Never comes under customization. That is a standard functionality. Anytime you can go and enable and you can use in any form.
Right.
That is not customized.
So my question here is, will that feature be available in SaaS?
Yeah, definitely. That is standard functionality. That is available. Okay. Even personalizations you can do in the SaaS. Small sort of personalizations without much of programming. Simple personalization you can do. And still you can customize the reports. Okay.
Okay. So that is available, right?
Reports in the SaaS. Only the point is, we have to, in case of this cloud options, what Oracle is giving, you have to treat the functionality development only as a customization.
Okay. So basically, kind of like font change or something, right? You cannot do that in SaaS, correct?
Yeah, SaaS, you cannot extend any functionality. You cannot add
any functionality.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. But in PaaS, you can do that. So you're saying that you can modify the flow or modify the form, right?
You can build some new application also. You can integrate within that this standard application process flow. You can do that. So it's a full scope of customization you get. You can download new application. You can deploy using Alani or Oracle is offered.
Can we do the middleware level customization in a PaaS? On people.
See, middleware means operating system here. That's what we have to understand with respect to this diagram. But actually, middleware means, again, Fusion case, we'll talk on that. Okay, here middleware customization means if you say something like this, so and so, then we can talk on that. Here, middleware means simply you have to understand operating system. Within the server, the environment, all these applications will have operating system, right? So that's what we're referring here.
But in case the SaaS customers, if they want to have some like extensions on the existing the Oracle Fusion application, As traditional of ERP users, they need some more, they want to see the application as per their own standards.
Means what
So,
exactly? Can you give me some?
like if I am the user of Oracle Fusion application, I know I need some more functionality on my page. I need to have my own custom fields. I need to I want to behave the Oracle Fusion application page as per my requirements.
No,
like changing minor functionalities.
It's very simple.
Is it not possible in SaaS?
No. If that if you are going to modify the page, that comes under customization. That you cannot do through SaaS. That is possible only in PaaS.
Yeah. So the SaaS customers are not eligible for all this. They cannot request for any customization.
Very simple. How the product is available, they have to use as it is. That's it.
So can they request Oracle if they need like very urgent request?
Sorry?
So they have some after installing SaaS, if they have something urgent, right? So like they need to change something like that is very vital for the business. So can that be accommodated by Oracle in SaaS?
No, I'm really sorry. What Oracle will do? What you are saying?
No, my question is even after I install SaaS, right?
No, we know
using Oracle.
We know to install. Just once you take the subscription, they'll give you the environment access directly. Even
right.
One point here. Oracle also not going to install. There'll be whatever the instances, whatever the software environments they'll be having their physical big machines. From there, just they'll make a copy. That's it. They'll just copy. However, our DBA will do the copy of instance creation in our on-premise environment. In the same way, they'll just create one virtual server environment for you. That's all. That's how it works.
So, but they will accommodate some, like we have a service request, right? So can we raise a service request in SaaS?
Definitely. See, when you are using,
and say
once you start using the application, you also will face some issues. Some bugs you may come across. Definitely, however, will take support from Oracle in case of EBS by Rising SR. The same will work. Here we'll have a separate team called as cloud support.
Okay, so then that's a risk, right? Because the customer, if they want, after they take the SaaS subscription, if they come up like, okay, they need to change something, like it's important for their business, so they will not be able to do that, right?
They cannot. In that case, there is an option to switch to PaaS. That is possible. SaaS customer.
Okay, they can upgrade to PaaS.
Or any other. Okay. Yeah, they can upgrade.
Laxman, I got a question regarding the SaaS subscription module. So will there be like a development instance and a prod instance in the SaaS model?
You go with any option, they'll provide two instances. Here, basically in the Fusion, we call these as a pods. iPod, right? Same way, these are called as a pods. Still, if you are going to call as instances, nothing wrong, but this is a general name what Oracle given. So pods. They'll provide two pods. One is production pod, other one is pre-production pod. That you can treat as a test instance or you can treat as a development instance, anything.
Okay. So all the testing, like unit testing, functional, and the UAT, everything will happen in the pre-pod instance.
Correct. Nothing but test instance. Yep.
Laxman, are you saying pods, PODS?
Yeah, PODS. Yes. Pods.
Hello, Lakshman, Ilyas here.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
If let's say if an existing customer has a lot of customization and they want to migrate to cloud, whether
they migrate. Customer means which customer? EBS customer or cloud? Fusion cloud.
EBS customer.
Okay.
To be specific, EBS customer, and they want who has a lot of customizations with the different business scenarios.
Okay.
And they want to migrate to cloud. Yeah. With the since SaaS offers only.
I got your point. Let me answer here itself. The first point is there is no solution available from Oracle to migrate from EBS to Fusion. That's all. There is no point to discuss whether they have customizations or vanilla implementation. There is no solution as of now to migrate from EBS to Fusion.
I mean, can I not do that even after data conversion too?
No, but Laxman, consulting companies might be helping clients, right, for this migration from.
No, listen, it's not a simple task to help where a consulting company can come up with their own strategy of doing this. It's not an easy task. In Fusion, we have a middleware concept, which is very vast, and these all things which are there in the EBS cannot be sync and work. It's too much of
But it's a real scenario, right? That clients are using Oracle ERP.
I'm talking about that. See, the solution is if some client is using EBS and if they want to switch to Fusion or Cloud Fusion, whatever you call, so only the option is they have to go with the again re-implementation. What are the solution they designed and deployed in the EBS, and what are the client using? Accordingly, same solution they'll be implementing in this, and we do the data conversion from EBS to cloud. Then they'll start using it. It's only the option as of now.
Right. And with also move your customization and do it in PaaS, is it?
So that's purely depends. See, in the previous EBS system, they might be having many customizations. The same customizations, if they want to continue in the Fusion also, yes, definitely they have to go with the PaaS. Take other case, they have many customizations. But if they go with the PaaS, auto upgrade is not possible in cloud. That is the reason they may ignore the customizations what they have. Here they may again configure the system without any customizations to take the advantage of upcoming versions and the relevant features and enhancements whatever Oracle will do. Anything they can decide on.
Okay.
And Laxman, what will happen to historical data? Like
historical data we can bring.
It will be lost.
We can
bring it.
How we do the data conversion? If any client is going to use EBS, what we do? We'll migrate, right? We do the data conversion.
Right.
Same can be done. But here in the Fusion, data conversion can be done by functional guys. No technical effort is required. That also
is there any limit, like saying how many years data they can bring in? Any limit?
Open transactions only. Master data and open transactions.
They cannot bring in like old transactions.
Even EBS also you don't do it, right? The paid invoices, if you want to bring, can you bring in tables? No.
Right.
Normally what we do, if they're asking, we may create some custom table and we may load all those data into the system, and we may give the access to report and all some workaround kind of solution we'll provide. But here if you go to SaaS, that is also not possible. We'll tell them just
we can do that.
Yeah, PaaS we can create tables.
We can at least store some data, if the business requires.
Yes, we can do that.
Laxman, what about the table structures?
Table structures almost remain same. There is no big difference which you see. Whatever the tables you remember from EBS, same you can play here.
Hello, Laxman, Elias here.
See, in Fusion, what they did is all the tables and views and other technical information they are providing in the Oracle website itself. Okay, so I'll take you through all the information also as a part of our course.
Laxman, this is just I have one question. So, thanks for clarifying all these things. One question. So, the SaaS means basically on top, you use the standard functionality. On top of that, you can actually customize the report, and also you can do the form personalization.
That's it.
Pass on top of that, you can actually customize the application. For example, you want to change a form, or you wanted to
functionality. You can build new functionality, or else you can do the enhancement
within Fusion application itself. Yeah. Okay. But the last option, my understanding that a client is using a Fusion-based financial module, and on top of that, they are using a non-Oracle-based, non-Fusion-based application, which is used for some other functionality, and they want to send some of the journal information into the Oracle Fusion General Ledger. So that purpose, we can actually integrate maybe an interface which push the data from the third-party system. No,
not that. Not that is a point. See here, in PaaS we discussed they can do the customizations and all. So whatever applicable to PaaS, here also applicable. Here,
so what?
If you want to install, say for example, they taken the license for the few products from SAP. Few products they taken the license. When they take the license, Oracle will give SAP will give the products, right? They have to install in their server, right?
Yeah.
So instead of installing in that server, this is a server they can use.
Okay.
This server they can install, which is not possible in case of PaaS, which is possible in IaaS.
So you're saying that regardless of all these three options, you can still actually integrate a third-party system into the Fusion, right?
Exactly.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Does Oracle also allows
web services?
Does Oracle also?
Yeah, please.
Sorry, what I was asking is that does Oracle allows that I as a customer take a SaaS model, right? Or rather, I install the Fusion application on premise also, maybe on premise or maybe on cloud IaaS of Oracle. Have you have you come across that situation?
IaaS you are talking about, SaaS you are talking. You are a customer.
No, I'm saying, yeah, I wanted to use Fusion application because Fusion applications has good functionalities, but I don't want to use that in on cloud option. I wanted to have the same functionalities on premise.
Yes. Take license for the product and get your own server and install and use as a EBS application, similar to that.
Okay, Oracle allows that.
Yeah, allows that. And see, now what you are taking, you are taking the license from the Oracle, right? The product license you are taking, you can get installed in your own server. Now, if you are not okay with what Oracle is providing as IaaS, you take some subscription from Amazon Web Services, for example. Take some IaaS subscription from them and install your Fusion applications into that IaaS model, and you can start using from there.
Oh, great. Okay. And I can also use, and if I take the license of Fusion application, I can always install it on Oracle Cloud IaaS also if I want to, right?
Yeah, in that case, you no need to install. Oracle will help you. If you want to install in this, yes, you can take only this subscription. Ignore these two. Take only server subscription. Then, if you want to install, take license, or you want to use, take subscription. Two options: license or subscription.
Got it. So far, you were explaining about subscription, but this was a new thing which we got to know. Thanks.
Yeah. If you take license, you can install anywhere. It can be cloud environment or on-premise. Anywhere you can install.
Right. Laxman, sorry to interrupt you. Laxman, can we also install it like a regular EBS cloud in my own server, right? My local server. I don't want to go on cloud, but I still want to use a Fusion. So I can just install it in my local server.
Yeah, you can do that. Yes, that is possible. In that case, you have to take the license. There are two different options. If you take license,
when they say,
if you take subscription, they'll give you the access.
And when they say Oracle Cloud project, right? Nowadays they keep saying Oracle Cloud, or Cloud. So Oracle Cloud and Oracle Fusion, they are same thing, right?
Yeah.
They are nothing is different.
Product point of
just the naming.
Yeah, product point of view same, and usage point of view different. Say you take in, you have a Oracle Fusion Financials.
Right.
So these Fusion Financials you are using for your company, where these Fusion Financials applications are deployed. Say you deployed in the cloud. Say you are using any one of this model, SaaS or PaaS. So in this case, since these applications are deployed in the cloud environment, add the term here, cloud financials.
Okay.
And you take in the subscription, you take in the license for Oracle Fusion applications, Fusion Financials. You take in the license, where you will maintain in your own server.
Right. On-premise.
This is on-prem. Now in this case, just you can call it as Oracle Fusion Financials. So in this case, we'll be adding the cloud term into that actual name, since these are you deployed in a cloud environment. That's all. That makes the difference. Functionality point of view, no difference. Rest of things already discussed. If it is own server, you can do all the customization. Even in case of cloud, depending on the subscription which you are using, you can play with that.
And in this course, we'll go in details, right, about all this Fusion Financials.
Yeah, yes. You can look at our course curriculum. You can get to know detailed information.
Hello, Laxman, yes, here.
Yeah.
Laxman, I have a question.
Yep.
To come back to the ground reality, let's say, I believe a lot of customers, a lot of clients in the EBS, they have a lot of customizations.
Correct.
And and from there, if they want to do an upgrade, I'm assuming if they go to cloud, then I mean cloud, especially the SaaS, they're going to lose a lot of functionality. So how are clients determining whether they want to go to on-premise or SaaS or PaaS? I mean, is that a lot of homework, or the Oracle themselves are helping out the clients to migrate?
There is no further support from Oracle. See, even general implementation also, when you are doing something, Oracle won't come into the picture, right? They'll be giving the product, and if any product related issue, they'll be helping. If you do some customization, if you have some issue, for that Oracle also not going to support. So here, decision making should be done by client, or else that has to be forced by some consulting company. That's how it happens.
So nowhere the cloud, nowhere the Oracle will come into picture in helping to make the decision.
Yes, exactly.
And one more thing regarding the customization, Laxman.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sorry. One more thing regarding the customization. In the past model, what level of customization we can do? Like extending the ADF page and customizing the existing BPL composite application.
Yeah, you can do that. BPL you can do. BPL is going to be part of middleware. BPL you can do it, and you can ADF you can do it.
We can do in the past model.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
So Laxman, can you go over on the course content in this class or next
I'll
class?
take you through the course curriculum also. We have few slides we'll walk through, and if you have any questions, definitely we can talk on that. In this stage, any other questions, please?
Laxman, there's one last question. In case of PaaS, the application upgrade will be still done by Oracle, right? Patching and all that?
No, patching they will do. Rest of testing, bug fixing, and running the pre-upgrade reports, right? So doing the testing in the patched environment, and just we have to make sure that what are the bugs are coming, in case of our EBS, our DBA will apply the patches. In case of Cloud, Oracle DBA will do it. So the rest of
even for PaaS.
Sorry.
Even for PaaS, Oracle will apply all the patches and upgrade. It's not an auto upgrade, but on request, correct?
Yeah. It's a very normal standard process. Even when you're using SaaS, if you have some bug, if you get some issue, you'll raise SR to Oracle. We know that. Cloud is going to identify it is a bug, then we'll be informing to Oracle, please apply the patch. That's all. They will apply. In case of any model, they'll apply the patch. In case of upgrade, definitely the patch applications are required to convert that environment from current to latest version. So that has to be done by Oracle. They'll do it. But our team should involve in the process of this upgrade, testing and all. In case of SaaS, just simply they'll convert. They'll apply the patch. Nowhere some gap is going to come up. So everything will be smooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello, Laxman, Ilyas here. Even I have one last question. Is it a difficult task or time consuming in terms of time consuming to switch the subscription from one to other? I mean, for example, from SaaS to PaaS, is it a difficult task to switch the subscription?
Just you have to speak to Oracle, they'll convert. That's all. It's a day's job. You can talk today, and you can schedule within a week. That is possible. You can do it. Simple task. It should be done by technical DBA team from Oracle Cloud.
And how about taking the subscription at first? Then the client realized that they want to have on-premise because they have a lot of customizations. Is that a big task to switch from a subscription to on-premise model?
It's very simple. They taken the SaaS and they did some implementation. They started using. Then they realized they want to. They have many customizations. The best option they can go with the PaaS. So going again back to this on-premise again, that is a new implementation. Things you cannot take and you cannot do that. One option is available. All these configuration in the system you can export and you can import into other environments. But here the again environment are going to be different. In case of cloud, you can do it again. That is going to be on-premise. Again, you have to start from beginning. That's what decision has to be made a very initial.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, hi. Laxman, regarding this patching on PaaS model, you told that Oracle is responsible to do the patching on this option.
Yeah. Oracle only can do it.
But what is the role of the team who is implementing this PaaS model for the client?
Only like functional people as well as just technical people will be developing some BIP reports, business intelligence reports, or ADF
Or
reports.
some
That's it.
uh-huh.
No DBA in the project.
That's it. Without DBA.
No DBA in case of cloud.
Only the functional and technical guys.
That's all.
Two guys.
Two roles. Yeah.
If it is an on-premises, then all the three skills required.
DBA should be there.
For the SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS, only functional and technical can handle the things.
That's all.
DBA would only be in case of Fusion application on-premise, right? Not the cloud.
What? DBA in case of on-premise, yes.
And Laxman, can we install EBS in the cloud as well, right? If we just want to take their IaaS
subscription, take only this subscription.
On cloud IaaS.
And use. That's it. In that case, it's not mandatory how to take from Oracle. You can take from any cloud vendor.
Any cloud vendor, I can install any of my applications.
Get virtual server space. That's all, right? In case of IaaS. But remember, in all the cases, IaaS is a kind of environment which will allow you to install. But here also that environment platforms will be having for these three cases. But here not allowed to play with that. You can take from any cloud vendor. From Oracle you can take, or else you can take from any other key players in the market, and you can install your EBS or Fusion or any applications you can install. That is just open platform.
Laxman, are there any like countrywide localization, for example, Brazilian localizations or something? If they are going to on cloud, so will that PaaS would be used for that?
Yes. Or localizations must, right? The localizations are there accordingly based on the subscription, the country and all. They look at that's how they'll give the access.
Okay.
So can I have localization and SaaS too?
It's applicable only how we are going to manage that makes some difference. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. So then can we have localization as well as SaaS subscription, right?
Yeah, for everything.
We want to have both. Yeah. Only thing we cannot modify anything in the localization.
Yes.
We have to use as is.
Yeah, you use any. If you use SaaS, whatever you get within that, you cannot customize. You get PaaS, whatever you get, what is applicable, anything you can modify. But here, along in the IaaS, along with that, there will be scope of adding some additional application to that server environment. You can run within that one server environment multiple applications instead of running the different application on the different servers.
Laxman, I have two questions. Like, if we are moving from R12 to Fusion, who will do the setups?
If you are moving, like, you should have a Fusion finance consultant. If you are going to implement Fusion applications, you should have a team who are expertised on Fusion applications. That's it. Otherwise, if you have that plan, you people can get trained on that. You can get ready. That's it.
Okay. And
do that. Get trained their resource, and they'll get ready for these implementations. Yeah.
Okay. And regarding the patch, like if we are applying a patch, so like in PaaS, if we are applying a patch, so is it we are doing in the lower instance, like we are doing testing and then applying the patch, or is it directly happening in the production?
No. It's the same practice. In EBS, what we do, directly you cannot apply the patch. The impact, how it will come out, we don't know in all the cases, right? The same approach we have to follow. First, we'll do in that. So in that environment, test environment, which you can call as a maybe reset cloned one, we'll do there. We'll test it, and then we'll do on the production. It's not at all recommended to do directly on the production. It may disturb many things. It may bring bugs into functionality or environment.
So it is applicable to all three, like even for a SaaS as well.
Yeah, for anything. Whatever the application you are using, you have some issue, you have to fix it. The basic strategy you have to follow. That's all.
So we have a lower instance. The case of.
Sorry.
The test instance available for patch. switching and all, right?
Yeah, two instances we discussed, right? By default, they'll provide two. If you find the need, you can pay some additional amount and they can help you on providing additional instances also. That is possible. But by default, based on the normal subscription, you'll get only two.
But for Laxman, for an implementation point of view, you may need a multiple environment to do different kind of activities. For example, you need one for testing and regression testing and UAT and CRP and many. So is also part of the licensing or
no,
as part of the package?
Those all you have to manage within that test environment only. See, first will be
one environment.
Yeah, one environment test will test it. For CRP again, you may do the configuration with the new naming convention, some by slightly changing the name, and for training also you can use the same.
But then that means simultaneously you cannot do any activity. So people has to wait for to complete one activity, then you can continue with another one.
No.
Right?
Why? There won't be such kind of dependency. So using the different environment, the same environment, different set of configurations you can do.
Set of configuration within the same environment.
Make the different set of configuration. That will be totally different.
Okay.
And Laxman, if there's a lot of operating units, right, in EBS, for example, so will it be difficult for them to go to Fusion? Because you said like there's no mapping between EBS and Fusion.
No, see, that's a totally there. I mean, at least when you're doing the implementation, that effort they have to put. So it's a 1 hour, 10 hour, 100. Anyway,
so
they have to do the required configuration. Here, operating unit we call as BU, business unit in Fusion. So accordingly, the required setups they have to do. Anyway, that is a one-time setup. So it should be done.
So it's
other option.
So complete re-implementation for them, right? Or if it's a big client.
Completely re-implemented.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Fine. The same slide here, you can see more detail level. When you talk about SaaS, software as a service, so within that more detail level, some technical information also, application, security, database, operating system, virtualization, servers, storage, network, data center, all will be taken care by vendor only. Only you will be using. On top of all these, your applications will be running. With the support of all these, your applications will be running, will be using. If you go with a PaaS model, all will be there as is, whatever you see in the SaaS, but you'll get privilege and you can manage as per a requirement by doing the customizations or the other way. The applications will have access, can be managed by you. The rest you cannot touch. When we talk about the IaaS here, the rest all will be managed by vendor. This screen more very exclusively related to the Oracle. So that's what we have to understand, that application, security and database things you can manage and you can install the application. That's how you can play with this.
Sorry, Laxman, just one quick question. On the second option, you are saying database is not managed by us. So can we create a table in this option?
Yeah, table you can create. A table you can create.
You can create.
Yeah, table.
Okay. It's just managing of database security and backup and all is Oracle taking care of.
Yes.
But I can create more tables. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, that you can create. You can create table space also. You can create and everything you can create. Views.
Okay.
Yeah. The slide. Another slide I have here. The difference between on-premise.
Hello.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, regarding this IaaS, you told that the DBAs are not responsible for the application installation or patching or database maintenance. But here in the IaaS, I see we are responsible for 3 levels: application security and database. So if we want to install the Oracle Fusion, so we must have our DBA with us, or we need to concern with the Oracle DBS, like Oracle company, to do the installation on the IaaS model.
In IaaS model, you should have a DBA. If you want to install some application, you should have a DBA.
Yeah, that's what. Okay. So in this 2 model, our DBAs are not required, SaaS and PaaS. But for the IaaS,
no, you no need to install anything. That is the reason DBAs are not required. Any patching and all in 3 cases, Oracle DBAs will help. This is additional your own interest, right? Installing some other applications into that environment, that's your own interest. So that's the reason you get your resources.
For Fusion application, my interest is to install the Fusion application on IaaS. So I need to have my own DBA, or I need to concern with Oracle?
Listen, IaaS, if you are taking, no need to install. Oracle will give you that subscription with IaaS with the installed environment only. They never give you the option to install any option, SaaS or PaaS or IaaS.
Oh,
They'll create the virtual
okay.
server environment and they'll give you the login credentials. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Fine, done. So here, when you look at this on-premise and cloud, see here, when you look at on-premise applications, so these are the few points which you can find. It's a capex upfront investment. You have to invest a lot for server infrastructure and all if you want to have your own server. And again, here customer-owned upgrades and patching in case of on-premise. So you have to just do your own upgrades and you have to do the patching. In case of for a cloud, Oracle DBA will do the patching, and Oracle will upgrade your environment to latest environment depending on which option you are choosing. Your capex upfront investment, you have to invest a lot for servers, but here you don't need to manage any servers. You'll get access to server. So here you have to depend on data centers. Here everything Oracle will take care of, and here costly customization and maintenance, and you have to have a technical team. Since it's a cloud, if you go with a other than SaaS PaaS model or other environments, it's they simplified that customization, maintenance, and all. And these are the few other points you can understand. In this case, no upgrades, but latest functionality via regular releases. Okay, the security, network, and everything Oracle will take care of. Here, just rent-based subscription. Okay, so rent a flexible service, pay as you grow. Like if you need more subscriptions, pay extra and additional amount, and you use accordingly. So that's how these two are completely different. So whatever we discuss, the same points here you can see, and other few more points to understand the technology changes. There are many things that we'll discuss with as a part of course, but here I mentioned very high level. So in case of EBS, when I talk about servers, we use Oracle app server, nothing but we have Apache server. But in the Fusion application, there is no more Apache server which will be using the completely Oracle, the products which they acquired from that, they are using the WebLogic server, Oracle WebLogic server, and GUI, graphical user interface. In case of EBS, forms and JSP, Java server pages. So that too limited functionality. When you talk about JSP, only for suppliers, customers, and banks we are using. But in case of Fusion applications, there's no form-based environment in the Fusion, completely web-based application, ADF. Okay, ADF pages only we are using. And when you talk about workflows, the workflows, if you want to do the customizations and all in EBS, we use the PL SQL, but here there is a new language called as BPL, business process execution language, for any your workflows, BPM workflows, you can use it. Reports, XML publisher in EBS, here BI publisher we have, and the analysis we use Discover in EBS, but here we got OTBA reporting, and other few functional changes in terms of access. In case of EBS, we have a concept called as responsibility. If you want to access anything in the within the application, we have to have access to any one of the responsibility which should be associated with the user. But in case of Fusion applications, there is no responsibility concept. Everything will be managed with the roles. We'll see how it works. Approvals, in case of EBS, AME, we'll use the AME application for approvals, but in the Fusion we use BPM, business process management, which will be working with the support of this language, BPL language. And data migration, in case of EBS, the conversion should be done by technical people, but Fusion application we have a technology and templates called as FBDI, file based data import. By using this technique, templates will be able to load the data without any technical support. And setups and configuration in EBS, the respective application setups you have to do from the particular application. If you want to do payables configuration, you have to go to payables responsibility, you have to do it. Receivables from receivables, FA from FA, GL from GL. But in Fusion applications, we have one centralized functional area which will allow us to do any application related setup, that we call as FSM, functional setup manager. From functional setup manager, you can do any application related configuration. Okay, so other some application naming conventions, financials you can say as a financials, HRMS that they renamed as HCM, projects they renamed as a PPM. PPM stands for project portfolio management, nothing but EBS projects. Okay, here they used the other acquisition related product related information, that here HCM. So we already discussed from where they taken and all same information. In case of EBS, we have only Oracle database. In Fusion, along with Oracle, we have Space also. This is primarily for reporting. We'll talk on that once we reach that stage. In EBS, we have a system administrator to manage all your application related configuration, users and all. Similar to that, here we have Oracle Identity Manager, Authorization Policy Manager, and now we have a security console also. We'll see that. I'm just mentioning these few points to introduce the terms. And when I talk about look and feel of application, this is how you can see the navigator. So this navigator will include different application related access. In case of EBS, particular responsibility, we access responsibility wise we can see navigator, but in the Fusion, within the navigator you can see general accounting means general ledger application, fixed assets, cash management, all will be part of in the single navigator. You can access from here. So the complete web page application ADF, the single user interface. So this we call as springboards. From here as a shortcuts directly you can have access to specific business area. It can be payables or receivables, any application. Space is what you see here we call as springboard, and the other way you can treat as this is also one shortcut of navigation. It's a home page for us. And here, social networking. So application we have a social networking functionality. One second. If you don't mind, just we are running out of the time. So let me walk through these points. If any questions, definitely we'll discuss on that. Please just give me 2 minutes. Definitely we'll take all the questions. So it would be late for most of the guys since we are running behind the time. Yeah. So this is just a simple slide I given for supplier creation. Okay, so we're completely web paged, and Oracle Identity Manager where you can create users and maintain. The Authorization Policy Manager where we can manage the roles. We'll go more detail level, just like given the slides. So when you talk about course curriculum, this is what we are going to cover. So Oracle Fusion, General Ledger, Accounts Payables, Receivables, Cash Management, Fixed Assets. Primarily we'll be working more detail level on these 5 applications. And Fusion Tax is nothing but, in case of EBS, EBT, e-business tax only, here we are calling as Fusion Tax. The Fusion Tax, I'll take you through the basic configuration and I'll just have it create one transaction and we'll see whether the system is calculating the tax or not. And Fusion Expense, nothing but I expense as per EBS. We'll see the basic configuration and we'll create expense report. We'll convert and we'll create invoice in the payables. And Fusion Purchasing and Fusion Product Management. In EBS, in Fusion, you don't see any application called as inventory. In the place of inventory, they're given Fusion Product Management, or you can call as Product Management Hub. And Fusion Order Management will be covering, and the P2P O2 cycles will be covering. Along with that, we'll be covering AGIS also, Advanced Global Intercompany System. This also will do the configuration and will be testing, we'll see the flow. But very primary focus would be on these first 5 modules. The rest, the basic setups and the basic flows, that's all. So, and very detailed course content also we have and we shared with everyone. Hope everybody received. If not at received, again we'll be sending. And there you can see more detailed information related to this course curriculum. That's all. Okay. So any questions now, please?
Will you be able to provide this slide, please, Laxman?
What?
This slide, the one you are referring the slide.
This I'll be using for my just presentation training. But the recording anyway I'll be sharing.
Okay.
So, Laxman, this is Srinivas. I mean, whatever you explained just now, this is nothing but like a responsibility menu in Oracle applications, right? In the release tool, whatever.
I mean, which one you are referring?
Just now you explained, I mean, everything and all the modules will going to have this one page. It's nothing but, I mean, like...
yeah, this is a high-level course curriculum.
No, I'm not talking about the curriculum, that ADF page which just now you showed.
Okay. I got it.
This
navigator.
Is a navigator. Okay. This navigator is nothing but is similar to that responsibilities in Oracle release 12 and previous versions, right?
Submenus and functions similar to that.
Oh, okay.
We'll go very detailed level. I'll explain you. After that, we'll jump into that. So I'm trying to share this few slides for look.
Laxman, in your training courses, you're focusing more on SaaS model, or you show it on a PaaS model?
Nowhere you can get trained on PaaS model. Those instances won't be available. In fact, the clients are not using. But even if you use PaaS, we cannot take advantage, right? We are not going to do any customization.
But that can give us an overview of how PaaS customization will work. Integration for PaaS and SaaS.
No, that you cannot see. See what you are expecting to see. For example, from tomorrow I'll be using the PaaS model for our training. What you are thinking to understand addition.
So I'm saying in PaaS model, if you're talking about extensions, how to create an extension, how to integrate an extension with the...
as a functional part. That is purely technical guys will be learning.
Okay, it's not in your course, right?
Yeah, this course is more on the functional side.
Okay.
So that will be a different course, and it is currently not available, is what Laxman is saying overall. Nobody is currently offering that.
I don't see 100% not available, eligible. That's fine, but you can do it. But we'll talk on that also if you are interested to learn technical work. Yeah. What would be good to have along?
Hello.
We can do.
Yeah, me too. I am also interested to go for this technical customization things.
Okay. In that case, what you have to do is you have to learn ADF. How to get trained on ADF.
Yeah, this already I worked on this ADF and the people concept. I have hands-on on this. Just I want to try this part on this vision application customizations because there may be some standards of the customizations.
No, okay.
Yeah, I think because when we talk to our clients, they ask us generally this question: how long it will, if we choose past model, how long is it? Very similar time and effort which we used to spend in a EBS for building is fine, but integration. So we get some clarity on that. That will be very useful.
Sure. I'll take some sort of discussion session. Okay, web services. Through web services only you can do any integration. It's a very simple task. The simple way of doing the integrations, customizations. I mean, not customizations, integration, third-party integrations. Okay, we have a inbuilt integrators within this, and we have a coexistence. Going forward, we'll be discussing definitely. See, everything may not be possible here only, so we'll talk on that. If somebody is there who has technical background along with the functional, what they have to learn, that also we'll be discussing. So, just I'll be.
Laxman, how will we get the access for this course?
You're talking about
instance access? Yes.
So instance access, just I'll provide you the URL, then you can access.
Okay. So we just have to log in to that, right? And the user ID, password,
I'll
provide it.
be sharing everything.
Okay.
Yeah, Laxman, are you covering all the supply chain management related functionalities like purchasing, billing, and?
If I cover everything supply chain, it will be finance and SCM, right? So I'll be covering the basic flow. How to create the requisition, purchase order, receipt, how to create invoice based on that. In case of O2C, how to create sales order, how to book, how to complete the fulfillment, how to create invoice in the receivables. That flow I'll be covering.
So, Laxman, one more thing, that vision technical, right? Is it same for both SCM and finance? Suppose if you are going with technical training.
So, no, what is your plan? Like, you want to get trained on technical or functional? What is your plan?
My plan is I want to be a techno-functional. So, suppose if I
when you say techno-functional, first you have to become functional in case of vision.
Yeah. Okay.
Consultant, start working on it, then you can acquire that additional knowledge where you have to get ready with the technical, because the scope got very much limited.
Yeah, that's correct only. But the integration part of functional consultant,
yeah, I got your point. See, integration. So we are doing the SaaS model implementation. There is integration requirement. You think how many days support is required from technical guy? If they have just 1 or 2 resource in the organization, so if any integration, they can utilize those resources.
Yeah, that's correct only. But what I'm trying to say is technical part. Suppose if you are learning the technical part, same technical can be applicable for both the HCM and the financial modules, or both are different actually in the technical point of view.
See, finance, when I talk about ADF, it is applicable everywhere. It can be HCM, finance, or SCM, or anything. But other objects, when I talk about HCM, we have fast formulas. That story is totally different. Okay. So finance, very specifically, you don't have some technical area. When you are going to do some EFT, electronic payment file format, sending to the bank, and there you have to focus on the web service, how to do the mapping. Anyway, check format and all the simple things. There is not something like very much specialized for finance technical. If you are you can do finance.
Yeah, I think he mean that we need like extracting ADF pages is common in finance and
everywhere.
Fusion modules.
Everywhere. Just we have to. We'll take the requirement accordingly.
Extending people compute application. This is also common in both the modules.
Yeah.
Like how the EPS technical guy works. You mean that what is the scope in the Fusion application for this?
Very less. I said there's a technical. Primary task is conversions. Now that is not here. And other, see, if conversions are not there, at least there will be some technical work to develop some new functionality. But most of the clients are using SaaS model, so no scope.
So Laxman, one question on the functional side. Now, along with the financial module, is there an option available to also learn the project costing and billing, because they are very related to the financial?
Yes. You can take it.
So you have a separate course for project, right?
Yes, we have a separate course, costing and billing, which will be part of PPM, Project Portfolio Management.
Okay, that's fine.
And Laxman, sorry, one question I have about the BPL, right? You said the BPL language. So you will at least show us basic queries, how to do that.
BPL,
in your instance.
BPL, that is a completely technical work. We have a BPM, Business Process Management, where we'll set up the approvals. That I'll be taking you through. How to set the approvals for invoices, journals, purchase orders. That I'll define all the rules and we'll be executing in our classes.
Right, so, but we cannot query any tables. That's what you're saying.
Querying the tables in EBS, you can have a database connectivity with the Toad or some other tools, but Fusion it is not possible.
Right.
But they given one web environment where you can go and query. That I'll take you through that. From where you can.
Okay, so you'll show that
to fetch the data
in the class.
Yeah.
Okay. And the table names will be different, right? In this case.
No. Table. You are referring BPM workflows.
No, I'm not referring to BPM. I'm just saying about regular modules, right? The GL or AP. So are those tables have changed now?
No, not changed. See here, you can see the tables. So openly.
So the names are same, correct?
Same names are.
Everything is same. Okay. And in the course, you will at least show us that side as well, how to use the BPL language to query those tables.
Course content only. You can say just course content will answer to everything. So see, these are the tables.
Yeah, one more thing, Laxman, suppose these tables, right? We can access from the Oracle database, right? We can backend, we can be able to access, right?
Yeah, I'll show you. Within the application environment, you can you have a page from where you can query the data. That's it.
Okay, so we don't need a Toad anymore, correct? That's what you're saying. Toad or
generally we need Toad. Very flexible, but it's not possible. It's not possible in the cloud. You cannot connect. You cannot fetch the data which is there in the cloud database to your Toad. But if you have on-premise, yes, you can do that. Cloud, they will give you the connectivity.
So if I have in cloud, then how can I query this table data? So I just go through, as you said,
BIP reports, Business Intelligence Publisher reports. Okay, when you are creating the report, there you have to write a query to fetch the data, right?
Okay.
That query page we can use for our regular queries also, for any purpose.
Okay, I got it.
That's
so
our
BIP is a front end form, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So this is and the front end form is a new feature of Fusion.
Yeah.
And I can directly query for normal day-to-day purpose.
Right? Exactly. That is the alternative since there is no direct option available.
Okay, and you show the course.
I'll show you in the classes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, Laxman, while we are generating the reports, right? We may get some kind of a performance issues. Can we apply some kind of database related indexes or hints or something in the table level?
You cannot do anything. If you have some performance related issues, only we have to contact Oracle. You cannot just do anything. Only just you can query. For that they given the page. Rest of all, just any support you require, that should be done by Oracle. In case of cloud on-premise, you can do yes. How we do in EBS, same practice you can follow.
Laxman, a question on your course approach. So basically, you provide pre-recorded videos, and these sessions are more about clarifying your doubts, is it?
No. So we'll be having the live classes. Whatever the classes we do, the same video I'll be providing. You can play offline if you want to go through once again. Otherwise, if you are missing the sessions.
So you'll go through the complete course in the class, right?
Yes, live classes.
And you also provide us an instance to access?
Instance for practice, yes.
For how long that instant access is available?
We'll give you for 3 months. If you want 1 month or else we'll give you, not an issue.
Okay.
Yep.
Hello, Laxman. I have a question. As part of the instance access, do we get the access to the the place or the application where we can do the queries?
Yeah, queries in the sense, yes, SQL queries and all you can write, you can fetch the data. That access is available in SAS also. The SAS only you are going to get.
Yeah. So since we don't have the access to the code and all the things, so we'll get the access to the place where we can do the queries and look at the backend tables.
Yes, yeah, definitely we'll do that. Even if you have a Toad access, you cannot use it.
Yeah. That's clear.
Yeah.
So it will be like a responsibility kind of thing, basically. Yeah. In Fusion.
And
query.
Within the application environment only, you have to do this. The web user interface they give it.
And Laxman, I have one more question.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the class, you went through the slide where you showed that Oracle acquired a couple of other products which has been integrated into the Oracle Fusion.
Correct.
So the question I'm having is, beside financials, if in the Oracle Fusion, if other modules, the EBS related modules is being used in the Fusion, for example, the supply chain or the order management and the HCM, is the whole there are I'm supposed to ask this question. All right, will it be almost similar to the Oracle EBS or the whole functionality is different? I mean,
when you talk about financials, you will see as a EBS solution only. If you talk about table setup, receivable setups or process, it remains same. But when you look at some other areas, you can find in few cases, if you see HCM, human capital management, if you have experience on HRMS, you'll find some big difference. The terminology and all companies, they use it from PeopleSoft only. Even within our finance also, they taken a few of some functionalities from the PeopleSoft and they just include it as a part of our Fusion financials. So, but in our finance, you don't find big difference. But when you go to other areas, yes, there are some big changes happen.
All right, so the HCM is more related to the PeopleSoft than the Oracle e-business suite.
Complete PeopleSoft they taken into Fusion as a part of Fusion applications.
And also the PPM is rather than Oracle project costing and billing, it's more related to the Primavera.
Primavera, some part of functionality they taken even from EBS costing billing, the same functionalities they taken. See, simple like about Primavera and all will create expenditure type categories and all. But there will create in EBS project organizations and all. Here we create project units and all, which they taken from the different Primavera and other areas.
Okay. Yeah. And for the reporting purpose, I mean, I haven't really used, but in Oracle there is OBIE. Will the same thing continue, or is it something different? I mean, since we have written about the Hyperion for the reporting.
No.
Is it going to be related to Hyperion?
That is also there. Like Hyperion here, as a part of Fusion, will be using in the GL. We have FSG, right?
Okay.
In EBS, FSG. That they got replaced with the Hyperion reporting, FRS we call, financial reporting.
Okay.
That this Hyperion is will be used for some other areas, planning, budgeting, and many other.
Okay. Yeah. So the bigger question of sorry, one last. So the bigger question, Laxman, is all right. So since we are speaking about the financials right now, if you're moving from ABS to financials, from the learning perspective, how much is going to be different, and from the usage and from the application, the Fusion application, how much of the learning curve is going to be? So two different questions.
It's very simple. If you're an EBS consultant, okay, straight away if you go and start working on Fusion, you don't know like where to start, how to start, what is the secret, what are the where you have to fill your knowledge, understandings within that.
Yeah.
Lacking, you'll get stopped, you'll get stuck. So here classes will be learning what is when you are EBS expert, or else when you know some other relevant ERP product. So how to drive when you start working with the Fusion application, that I am going to cover. My target is after completing this training, we will be able to work on the Fusion project. That's how I just planned these classes. It's not like just I'll be doing some slides.
All right, so that's from the user interface. How about from the conceptual, the whole Oracle concept itself? From the Oracle financials, are there a lot of things to learn, or
no. They taken an EBS, what we see the same you can see, but there are few new functionalities they added. Earlier somebody was raising the point as imaging solution, yes, and there are few other new functionalities also Oracle introduced. And when you are doing some transaction or some setups, the way we do in EBS here is slightly different. Setup point of view, some changes are there. Transaction point of view, there and here slightly different. Working here, if you have access completely configured, when you're doing the transaction, you have to go and search for something, you may not find it. But that will be learning in the classes only. So that's how slightly setups are different, functionality point of view, few new functionalities are there. Frankly speaking, what we have in EBS, very few are not available here. The way how we do the transition as a part of system, that is slightly different in few cases, and reporting and approvals, etc. There are definitely we have to go through at least once.
Okay, thanks, Laxman.
And Laxman, sorry. So, do we have any restriction on your instance, or we are free to use it?
What?
So we'll get sysadmin responsibility in EBS.
Full access.
So there should be something similar, right, in Fusion, right?
Full access will get. No restrictions.
So you will help us to navigate all those, how it will work in Fusion.
See, as a consultant, when you are in the project, what you do, the same I'll be showing here. That's how I'll be taking the classes. I'm going to show you everything from scratch. I'm not going to use any one of the existing definitions. We'll do everything.
Okay, so we'll create a ledger and everything from scratch, right?
In fresh environment, how we start, if you are using EBS, what practice we follow, the same. If you get access to fresh Fusion instance, from where to start, the points you have to consider, everything I'll take you through.
Okay, in case we have to re-implement, right? So then this will help, correct?
Implementation or anything, it will help.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Laxman, what's the duration of the course?
We'll be completing within 2 months.
And every day, how long?
1.5 hours every day.
Okay, 1.5 hours and 2 months.
And after a few days, and maybe after 2 weeks, we'll be switching. We'll be preponing the timings a bit early. Then we can run for 2 hours also. Now it's late, right? For most of the people from India and US and other time zones, a bit late for them. So that is the reason. Just initially we planned with just few initial classes will be running for 1.5 hours. Once we prepone these classes to early hours, we'll be running for 2 hours every day, Monday to Friday.
Okay.
So that is India time, right? Monday to Friday.
Yeah,
so
Monday
that will
to Friday
be
India time.
Morning.
You guys are available. We can run in the weekend, but that all has to accept. That we'll see later. But anyway, that's a fixed schedule, Monday to Friday.
Okay. So your next class will be then your Monday, right? Today is already your Friday, correct?
Yeah.
That will be our
Friday.
Then. Yeah.
Next session would
so tomorrow and Saturday Sunday will not have class, right?
Yeah, no classes. No classes tomorrow. After tomorrow.
Would you be able to send a timetable on that so that we know that? Is it possible?
Yeah, definitely. We'll email you. We'll email you from everyone so that you can go through.
Laxman, one more thing regarding Hyperion. Are we using only the reporting functionality in Fusion applications for Hyperion, or the budgeting and planning also we are going to use?
See, budgeting and planning, here 2 options we have when you talk about budgeting. So when you talk about EBS, EBS we can do the budgeting within our GL application, right?
GL, yes.
That if client wants to use Hyperion planning and budgeting, yes, they can subscribe, they can take the license and they can use. Here also the 2 options are available. So anyway, and again, normal GL budgeting also is connected with Hyperion related budgeting stuff only. But on top of it, if they are not happy with the GL budgeting what we have in the Fusion, they can go with Hyperion planning and budgeting, which is separate offering, separate license.
But the client can also use the GL budgeting in Fusion without Hyperion.
That's very good to use. That is fine. That we have in a good way. We'll be covering GL budget, the budget. We'll be testing how to set budgetary control and testing whether the function is working or not. We'll see that.
So set up budget organization, everything.
Yeah, kind of organization we call slightly the setups and slightly changed. It will be similar to our EBS, but from that point of view, things are changed, and most of the things will be managed with the spreadsheet related definitions. Okay, we'll see that.
So Laxman, is it possible if you can cover project accounting as well as you are covering AGIS?
No, that is a completely separate course. So AGIS I am just covering since everybody will be facing that situation in the project. That is the reason I added. Even prior batches also we did include this AGIS. So this is the first batch I have just included AGIS also to cover. So since that's it. So that is a separate course.
Laxman, my last question.
Yeah.
You mentioned the duration is 2 months and 1.5 hours to 2 hours daily. But is there the 2 months is a very long time. Is there a fast track option where we can learn in a week's time and attend more hours in a day?
Yeah, that live classes we don't have, but we have other options. We have a requirement of completing this as soon as possible. We have a recorded videos from previous batches. Okay. Very interactive session.
Okay.
You can take and you can go, and again, if you get free time anyway, you can attend for these live classes.
Okay, so you can buy videos and then go through those, and any doubts you can clarify in these classes.
Yes. In these classes, or else I'll be available to answer your doubts through email. If any urgency, we can have a call also.
Okay, understand. Thank you.
Laxman, question for you. Looking at the current slide that you're showing us, since Oracle is grown by acquisitions, do you think the new Oracle Cloud applications is in some form or shape on a collision path with Oracle's latest cloud acquisition of NetSuite?
NetSuite. I'm not sure that is included or not. I'm not very sure on that. There are many applications. Recently, they acquired like some other WS warehouse management system, just NetFire or something. There are many acquisitions Oracle is doing. So I'm not expertised on all those. With respect to finance, I am very sure from where they taken and other areas also, but may not be very much complete information.
Okay, another follow-up question. This is on the cloud concepts. So, what's the difference between a private cloud and multi-tenant? In terms of, let's say I'm a customer.
Very simple. The environment, no. The environment which they are covering, it's like simple private and multi-tenant. I mean, the sense you have a house, independent house, and you have an apartment. The apartment you can accommodate multiple families, multiple tenants you can have. In case of individual house, only one. You will have a great security. You can put some security, you can stay there. That's how these two are different. And we have.
So going by the same example, does it mean that the main door to the apartment is the same? Meaning we are all partitioned by walls, but the main door is the same.
No, main door you cannot take here. In this example, it is applicable, but reality. So every tenant will have a separate access there. In this case, not one channel, one door. Everybody will have their own. It's not like main door and no different classification we have.
As Oracle says that you will have noisy neighbors maybe, but that noise is just about some very high level problem of some time.
No. That won't be there. So just the same infrastructure will be shared by multiple clients. Simple example, in EBS we can have a 3-4 instances, right? Our DBA can create one for CRP, other one for UAT and test, and other one say production. When you have these 4, do you think is there any issue with other environment when you are working? Say
only if the server is down.
Yeah,
only if the server is down.
That is always. Only if server is down, definitely. All will be down, right? So if a server is down, everything will be down. The same you can compare and you can understand.
Laxman, you mentioned that in SaaS, the instances are auto upgraded.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So like in current EBS system, right? There are many customers using EBS. So when one customer faces a problem, that patch is only given to that particular customer, because Oracle doesn't follow practice that give to everybody, because sometimes it may create some issue for you, which you may not be relevant to right now. So in SaaS, if they're going to upgrade a patch, so that means all customers using SaaS, they will have that patch applied?
No. They'll be just upgrading client-wise. Client instance-wise, they're doing.
Client-wise.
Yeah.
So only that client who's facing problem, they'll upgrade only that client.
Yeah, only
the patch.
Client will get notifications also that this is going to happen for you and you may defer it, right, Laxman?
So we have to request Oracle. We have to request. They'll be scheduling. They'll ask us time when you want to upgrade.
Okay.
And all we can have a communication.
So they will upgrade in dev first, right? So for us to check, or they will say we will be live.
Because there won't be any big impact, right? It's everything is well stabilized and everything is fine. Since no customization, there's no need to have a doubt on that. So directly they'll do prod. Even if they, there is no practice of first. They'll do for dev and will test and something else. If that is a case, that is a normal, the different way. So normally they'll update the 2 environments. We'll be asking them. They'll be scheduling. Then they'll do it.
But Laxman, if the customer is subscribed to a multi-tenant model, then the patch is applied, and meaning they're all on the same instance. The patch will be applicable for all the customers, right?
No. The targeted pod only. So everything, you may be in the public or multi-tenant and all. It's everything. Everywhere, every client will have a separate pods. Everything what they do, that's a pod specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pod is actually a separate VMware instance, sort of.
Yeah, you can just compare. Yeah.
Okay.
Laxman, I have a question.
Yeah.
The way the Oracle has pushed for R12 version and the way the client has upgraded from 11 to R12, from your side, what do you see the reason that, even the new customers who are kind of implementing Oracle, they are still going for R12 version than Fusion? What is stopping the Oracle to push so aggressive, or what is stopping the clients to move to Fusion as aggressive as R12, at least for this discussion?
See, as we discussed, we can, if any client is R12, they can take capacity and product availability, the best solutions available as a part of EBS only. But if they go with the Fusion, they can take advantage of the different product solutions. That is a primary advantage. And they can, the maintenance and all, they can simplify. They can go with less price. They can reduce the cost which they are incurring for their maintenance and licensing. And
the question, Laxman, was, still the clients are preferring the EBS suite than Fusion, right? In reality, a lot of clients are still preferring e-business suite.
Correct.
What is stopping the clients to move to Fusion?
No.
Is it because of
the clients are like those who are interested, they are going with that, but who are looking for something new and which will add more advantage compared to EBS, they are just moving to cloud. And other parties, just the Oracle also trying to take the benefit of what are the acquisitions they did to keep their product in the market in the number 1 position.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the question,
clients are moving to lot of clients. They are implementing new R12 versions, but they are taking new cloud applications of Oracle also.
Yeah.
The client are also testing a lot of things.
One more point is a coexistence solution also available. If client is using it, they can do the coexistence for their reporting, Hyperion reporting and all. They can run in the cloud. So
that is a bigger trend now. A lot of people are trying to have both.
Correct.
And testing the waters of cloud is a growing market.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what type of documentation you're going to provide? I'm sorry, for the course.
So
or will it be just
documentation? Some student guides I'll be providing where you can go
okay?
Information, and more than that, within the Fusion application, they given very help repository. So there you can find the documents, frequently asked questions, generic information, and some videos. It's a very good information they are providing within the application. So that I'll just show you, but within the application only you can get too much of information if you are trying to refer something. But apart
So
from
Laxman, you're saying that Oracle is providing videos also of
yeah,
documentation.
basic videos, yes, certain concepts they are providing.
Right, but that will be very extensive, right? If you go in every page. So do you have any document like for every module, correct?
Yeah.
Generic.
Yeah, that I'll be providing. That I'll be some student guides.
You will be helping us.
I'll be
with
providing.
that, right? Okay.
But just I'm trying to give you what are the other sources available. Within the instance only, we have very good information which people should like.
And
but like a flow document, it will really help us. Yep. Okay.
And Laxman, coming to the clients, which clients are moving to Fusion as of now? Are the clients implementing the new Oracle, or are they one who moving to the Fusion, or the existing clients who has EBS?
New clients, we can say new clients. Majorly new clients are moving, because when we talk about existing clients with EBS, it's again new investment for them, right? So look at ROI, and they'll take some time.
Yep. Yeah, but Lishman, there are few examples. There are some examples in Open World in Delhi. They have shared. There's for example, Safe Express is a logistic company. They have moved from Oracle R12. They upgraded to R12 earlier, and now they are on Fusion Cloud with GST also implemented. So there are few examples of on-premise also, because Oracle is trying to push and create some of those case studies, so that the others can also join. So this is going to grow.
I think they are using this FHRCS, Hyperion Financial Reporting Cloud Services. I mean, they're using for this coexistence solution, not complete Fusion solution. That's what.
What I have seen is the OCR, right? OCR is in very big demand. Because right now EBS don't have that, right? And every client wants to have an imaging solution. And the good thing I have seen about Fusion is they have their solution inbuilt in it, right? So I don't have to go for implementing a separate OCR like Cofex or something else, ArcView, right? Now I have it in Fusion. So if I'm a client, I want that to be in one place. I don't want to implement 2-3 products and get the solution.
Correct.
So I think that's one of the reasons why it will grow very fast.
The same way, there are many other considerable reasons why clients should move to Fusion. There are many other things, even reporting capabilities you can see. So in case
the Hyperion, we don't receive it now. Okay.
Correct.
Currently, which country is moving?
Sorry,
forward for Fusion?
I don't hear you.
Currently, hello. Currently, which country is moving for the Fusion, like the clients? US, Middle East?
Majorly, you can see Middle East, US, UK.
Even all world.
Yeah, that's what.
So Laxman, how many demo classes we'll have after this, or this will be
demo class? From next session, we'll be having actual sessions. The guys who want to just continue and all. But if somebody wants to attend for further classes 1 or 2 also, we will allow. Just today, the first session you can take as a demo. It's like it's an actual course only. Again, we are not going to have a separate classes, and this is as a demo. The guys who want to see how the classes would be, how things we are going to run, for them maybe demo, but who want to attend, for them this is the first class.
Okay. So we'll go into the application and start working on it, right?
Yes.
What will be the timing for the classes from the next week?
So same timings, 8 to 9:30.
Okay. And one more thing on these courses, course content. Will you be going to cover the this subledger customization?
Subledger customization. The subledger customization. See, basically, like you find as a EBS, but when you are working on P2P cycle, I'll take you through that. Purchasing, we have to do modification. We have to change it. In that way, you can.
In future, we have the subledger customization, like how we have in EBS.
Yeah, SLA we have. SLA we have. Always customization will do if there is some need from the client of modifying it. Otherwise, we have seeded one. But when you are working on PO, it's a mandatory how to define the rules. That I'll take you through, which will be part of SLA.
And for these ledgers, will you be covering both accrual and cash?
Cash, I don't see somebody is using. Accruals will be covering.
No, in some part of Middle East government agencies, they use.
We don't have in our course, so like we'll be covering standard only, standard accruals.
Okay, only accruals.
Yeah.
The SLA option has not changed, right? Laxman is the same.
Sorry?
In Fusion, and has the subledger accounting, the functions that we used to have in EBS, they are same in Fusion?
Yeah, same. Some naming convention they change, but remains same.
Everything else.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fine. Then that's all for today. I have other scheduled batch and 10 o'clock. I think it's Monday.
Okay. Thank you.
From here. Thanks for joining this session. Thank you all.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Laxman, for answering our questions patiently.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Laxman.
Yeah. Thank you.